Hi, you're listening to Kate Palmer from sparkletart.com. Today I'm going to show you a distress ink background using 3 colours of distress ink and 1 really pretty Starburst spray. Start by applying an even layer of spun sugar all over the cardstock. Whoops! And you can see I've accidentally used my paper and I'm getting a really splodgy, spotty effect. Let's swap over to the craft mat. Now I love to lay down a base of my palest colour, and this is how I like to start with my distress inks. That way I know there won't be any white patches when I'm finished. Now in using the craft mat you can see what a beautiful even blend I've been able to achieve. I think the cryogen cardstock helps too, to be honest. Now I'm going to go for the Dusty Concord next, because I'm going to use the Victorian velvet to sort of blend these two together. Okay. You can start applying from off the cardstock or in a little circular motion on the cardstock. I'm just sort of applying this randomly. You can apply this as dark as you like. It's your background after all. Whoops, inky fingerprints there, guys. Probably best not to put the fingers in it. Now sometimes you can get too much ink on the little craft mat here, and that's enough to get your fingers dirty. So just watch out for that, especially if you're around finished projects. They seem to draw inky fingerprints like a magnet. And last, I've got some of the Victorian velvet. I might just hold this with the paper towel. I'm just going to apply this over the top. And I'm just popping the Victorian velvet around the edges of the Dusty Concord here. Doesn't matter if you go over the top. Okay, so this is where I am at the moment. I've inked up my background. I have 3 different colours on here and sort of a splodgy sort of pattern. Now what I'm going to do, instead of spraying this evenly, and this is just plain old water, and I'm just letting this run a little. You might choose not to leave these paler areas on your design. Admittedly, a bolder background is my preference, but for this one, I know what I'm doing, so trust me. Now to make this a little bit more interesting, I'm just going to give it a bit of a spray with Pretty in Pink from Lindy Stamp Gang. Now I'm not trying to get a good spray here, so I'm actually depressing the little spray nozzle quite slowly to try and get some of this texture. You can really see how that Pretty in Pink Starburst is really standing out on those paler areas, which is why I left them. It really allows that Starburst stain to shine through and you can see its full colour. I also love the way that this one coordinates so beautifully with the Dusty Concord, the Victorian velvet and the Spun Sugar distress inks. So with 1 or 2 little squirts, we now have a really sparkly, interesting background full of really fantastic textures. Now, not many people would leave it like this and use it like that, which is probably a good idea because it's just not finished. So what I'm going to do is ink up this Hero Art stamp. I'm going to use black VersaFine ink. This is the Onyx Black. Make sure you've got good inky coverage. Now press down quite firmly. You need to make good contact here, especially around the edges and all those little butterfly details. And lift off. And this makes a fantastic background for a card. It's got lovely colour, texture, bit of sparkle. This is one option for using distress ink to create your own background. Let me know how you go giving it a try. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.